Hey, what's up, guys? Alright, so we have another kind of newsy type video today. There were no videos uploaded this whole week because I was planning on opening the Egyptian God deck. The two that I ordered, 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗅, 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗍, were for some reason delayed. I keep seeing them kind of going between facilities in my area, which is kind of weird. Also, the person I bought from sent it a little bit late, so I've been waiting for like a week and a half, haven't gotten it. I've also gone to stores in my area and haven't found them, so hopefully you guys are having better luck than me trying to obtain these decks. They are pretty cool. The other thing is I've been really busy with work, and now that the days are getting nicer, friends want to hang out and all that stuff, so I've been trying to fit everything in, updating the website as you can see here and doing all this stuff. I'm a busy dude, and I couldn't upload anything. Even if I did get the Egyptian God decks, I probably wouldn't be able to edit them and all that stuff. Anyway, so we do have some good news, kind of. We got the ban list. I know people were impatient to get the new ban list, so sometime this week Konami did drop it. It is effective July the 1st. And I updated the website so you guys can go and check it out. Link will be in the description. This is definitely the best way to check out the ban list. Everything is there for you guys. You guys can check out the effects. You don't have to keep going between different sites. It's there for you. No ads. Beautiful interface. Go check it out. But there are two different things that I kind of want to cover with this ban list. The first thing is that Dragon Link has been hit. You can see here that Striker Dragon is now limited, and Guard Dragon 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢 is now forbidden. So I'm not too sure about the competitive meta, but from what I've seen, these two things will be hitting Dragon Link somewhat significantly. The other thing is Zodiac. A lot of people have been using Zodiac with Zeus, so that has kind of died down a bit here because Zodiac Trident is now forbidden. I think people were using Trident quite a lot in decks. I'm not too familiar again with the meta, but from what I've seen, people have been splashing Zodiac in a couple of Beast, Wing Beast, all that Tri-Brigade kind of BS, and now they've been hit. So it's going to be pretty interesting because usually you want a variety of decks to do well, and this kind of does hit everything that's been doing really well in the recent times. They did unban Sky Striker Mobilize Engage, which if you like waifus, that's something. Besides that, though, the only other thing I see from this ban list is that Symbol of Heritage was limited for some reason. Now it's off the list. I'm not exactly sure what people were doing with this card, but it's now off the list. Moving on here, we have a lot of information on King's Court. And by a lot of information, I mean we got the whole fucking set list released sometime this week. I think it was Thursday, and I did go over the list, so I'm not gonna delve too deep into it. I might read some effects here and there, but overall, I'm gonna say that. So I've been hyping this up on the channel. If you haven't subscribed because I've been basically the first person on YouTube, I think, to be hyping up the set. So coming from someone who was hyping up the set, I would say that I am kind of disappointed. I think the set is still going to be a really good set, and if you haven't picked it up yet, pre-order wise, you should. I think it's going to hold a lot of value. It's going to be like 𝗠𝗘𝗗𝗜𝗓 from last year. The only thing that I don't really like is that we have a whole bunch of these 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗏 reprints, and it's just like, I don't know, and we keep getting a lot of Utopia support, and I'm not really a fan of Utopia. He's a very generic warrior monster, I've never been a fan of Utopia. So, all in all, I mean, we were told there was going to be a set that supports Utopia, but that really does disappoint me. Having said that, though, I'm still really excited for these Joker cards that we are getting. All right, yeah, so let's jump into the Jokers. So there are 3 new monsters and quite a bit of spells and traps, actually. So starting off with Joker's Night, we actually know what it does now. It basically will treat itself as either one of the OG face cards, Queens, Kings, or Jacks Knights, but you have to send it to that specific monster to the graveyard. So, for example, if I send a Queen's Knight to the graveyard, I can special summon this card from my hand, and it is now the Queen's Knight on the field. You can also recursively get cards back into your deck and get this card back into your hand. The thing is, they're both once per turn, so it's good on Konami to kind of foresee this being degenerate, but it does kind of hinder the effects, so just, FYI. All in all, though, that's a pretty nice effect because you can treat it as any of the original face cards for your fusions, because there are a couple, there was at least a fusion of the 3 original face cards, which I'm not exactly sure people will actually use, to be honest, but it's there. What you will probably be using Joker's Knight for is the new 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗥𝗧, which is a new waifu, which I'm okay. She's not a preteen underneath, so we're good on this. Good job, Konami. If this card in your hand or graveyard, you can send one Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and Jack's Knight from your hand or face-up monster zone to the graveyard. Special summon this card. This card gains 500 attack for each card on both players' hands. So basically, if I have 3 cards and my opponent has 2, it'll be 5 cards on each combined in both our hands. So it's going to gain 5 times 500 or 2,500 attack, which isn't bad. It's the second effect is probably what you're going to be using it for. So you can discard 1 card, and then you can destroy all face-up cards with the same type as whatever card you discarded. So if you discard a spell, you destroy all face-up spells. The only thing I don't like about that is that it's face-up spells, because, right now, besides maybe Outlick, I don't think there's any other decks that really use continuous spells and continuous traps, or even field spells. So, whatever. It's all right. It's all right. It's also level 10, which will come into play a little bit as we go down. And also, remember, its attack is question mark. That's a key thing here. All right, so Imperial Bower. If you control no other monsters, you can tribute this card, and then you can summon 2 different monsters or different named monsters from King, Queen, or Jack's Knight from your deck to your field. So in other words, you can get 2 of your original Musketeer or face cards from your deck to the field. It's a really decent effect, but there's no way to special summon this in the actual archetype, so it's kind of like you waste your normal summon to special summon 2 monsters from your deck, I guess. So if you open with these 3 cards, really your ending board will be this chick. It's all right. It's all right. So we got Joker straight here. Discard 1 card, special summon 1 Queen's Knight from your deck, add 1 King's Knight or Jack's Knight from your deck to your hand. Then immediately after this effect resolved, you can normal summon 1 monster. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck. That sucks for the rest of this turn, except light warrior monsters. Decent, I guess, but really, what light warrior monsters are you summoning from your extra deck? I don't know. So during the end phase, if this card's in your graveyard, you can target 1 light warrior monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do add this card to your hand, that's pretty decent actually. You can use this as fodder, discard it, bring it back, and also power up your waifu in the process, because you're going to get 1 extra card back from your from the graveyard. I guess it's all right. The thing that I'm kind of looking into right now is face card fusion. So basically, you can fusion summon 1 light warrior fusion monster from your extra deck, and if you have one of the OG face cards, King, Queen, or Jack's Knight, then you can use 1 material from your deck. So I am speculating this could be a pretty good addition to a Neo's deck, right? So I'm kind of looking at this from, so I'm a hero player, of course, like bring it up like every other video, I'm sure. Since Rainbow Dragon is a light card, or light attribute monster, you can use this if you have elemental hero Neos, for example, on the field. You can send Rainbow Dragon from your deck, as long as you have an original Musketeer card. So you do have to mix in the Jokers with the heroes. So we'll see, we'll see. Now here is the thing, right? This card kind of really helps focus what this deck is meant, or I guess what this new support is meant to accomplish. Thunder Speed Summon. In summary, you can search a level 10 monster or normal summon a level 10 monster. But you can only search a level 10 monster if it's a non-dark with a question mark attack. So, like I said, you can either summon, or like I was saying, you remember that this one is level 10 with a question mark attack. So you can either search this card or normal summon it, I guess. But yeah, you can normal summon this. So, but I don't think you would do that. The best target would actually be 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗥, the Sky Dragons, because it's a level 10 non-dark and it has a question mark attack. So pretty cool that they did that. Besides that, though, I mean, I'm gonna skip ahead here. We did get 2 new support cards for the other Musketeer cards, for Magnet Warriors and for the OG Magnet Warriors. I don't think this supports the you know, it might support the new Magnet Warriors. I'm not sure. We also got one for 𝗦𝗧𝗜𝗔𝗟, but again, the OG 𝗦𝗧𝗜𝗔, not ABC. So did I say 𝗦𝗧𝗜𝗔𝗡? Weird. No, the what would you call these now? The tanks. Sure, we'll go with that. We can't really say 𝗦𝗧𝗜𝗔𝗡 anymore, right? Because that's a type, or like a type of monster. Anyways, we're also getting some cool imports. 𝗦𝗫𝗖𝗜𝗓 for your Relinquished, and what's it called? 𝗦𝗫𝗖𝗓 archetype. Zolga Prophet. I think this was for normal summon tribute in this card. I guess it's tribute support, but it's more specific to god decks, I think. We're also getting F-Zero Utopic Draco. Future will probably be the chase card in this set. This and another that we'll get to, but I think this card will probably be worth a lot of money, especially if it comes in the rarity, the higher rarity, the collector's rare. My favorite rarity, collector's rare. I think that if we do get that people will sell it for a pretty hefty price. Moving on, we also got 𝗦𝗫𝗓𝗏𝗦𝗫𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 is the light warrior. So hey, you know, we got that. You can definitely summon this off using face card fusion. But so this card is also pretty good in hero decks because it's a generic 2 warrior monsters. They do have to have different attributes, but in a hero deck, that's pretty easy to do. It's a pretty decent super poly target as well, so if you're facing off someone with heroes as well. The only thing is the effect, this card's effect is only alright, in my opinion. I mean, the fact that it has to be targeted to have like a decent effect, and it has like a battle effect, you know, it's alright. Its other effect where it can attack a second time won't really matter if you use stuff like face card fusion, because the monsters have to be on the field when you fusion summon. So in other words, like the fusion materials themselves have to be in the monster zone. They have to be summoned. So yeah, you know, whatever. Crystal Girl is also an import here for water monsters, which water has been getting a lot of support. So, you know, if you have generic water support, I would hold on to it so you can sell it later. We got 𝗦𝗦𝗏𝗏𝗧. Sure, we'll go with that. So flip, you can send 1 spell trap from your deck to the graveyard. Flip effect, you know, whatever, it's slow. Whatever. Roast Princess is pretty cool because we just got some Black Rose support, so it'll make Black Rose cards really it'll make them more viable. And in summary, it's like a Cyber Dragon effect. It special summons itself when your opponent has monsters on the field, and you can also treat it as a tuner if you special summon it that way. So you have a variety of ways to use this in a deck, because you can either have this be a non-synchro, or you can make it a synchro and extend your plays that way. You have the option. It's pretty cool. I kind of wish more cards were like that. Moving on. We have 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗢𝗥𝗧, something like that. Level 1, but level 1 tuner. But so you can actually really fast. You can summon this with 1 for 1 or something like that. I think that's the name of the card, right? 1 for 1. But you can summon this, and it was directly from your deck, if not in your hand. I kind of what does 1 for 1 do? Hang on. Send 1 monster from your hand to the grave. Your special. Wow, that's actually pretty damn decent. No wonder it's limited. All right, so yeah, level 1, you can summon it directly from your deck. Really, really good. It also takes the level of another monster on the field, so really good in synchros in general. So I approve of this. I don't really like synchros that much, but since I'm building my girlfriend a Black Rose deck, which yes is still a work in progress because of stuff like this. I knew there was going to be something in this set, so I kind of waited to see what the support was, and we did get this card and White Rose Cloister, as well as Morph King 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗅𝗔𝗟. So I think maybe 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗅𝗔𝗟 won't fit in Black Rose, but these two I think are probably going to be a 3 of. But I lost track here. Jeez. Basically what I'm saying is this card is also going to be really sought after because it's a generic tuner, level 1, can be searched, etc. Moving on. Burning Soul is another import. Basically, if you have an level 8 or higher synchro, you can special summon something from the graveyard and synchro summon whatever, another synchro card, which, will probably also be somewhat sought after. I see this being like more sought after in the beginning and then kind of dying out, to be honest, but we'll see. We'll see, because the sets like this, like if we have 2 Chaos as a precursor, like the precedence of what this set can be, we're going to see the set kind of start off really high, go down a bit, and then over time just keep going up in value. I really do see this set doing the same thing. Anyway, so Hyper Galaxy here too for Galaxy Eyes, decks, Pendulum, Transfer Xyz, whatever, don't really care about stuff like that. Pendulum decks suck, and they deserve no support. So Dozing Fusion, we'll read this, because actually we won't read this. Pendulum Monsters, whatever, dude. Eternal Bond. Target any number of photon monsters in your graveyard, special summon them, but their effects are negated. During your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 photon monster your opponent controls. Take one photon monster your opponent controls. Why would your opponent control a photon monster? That's weird. So it's like for a mirror play. You'll side deck this if your opponent is also playing photons. Weird. Okay. Maybe photons. I'm not familiar with the archetype, so maybe photons make your monsters become your opponent's monsters or some shit like that, so you can take advantage of this trap. I'm not exactly sure. We're also getting the original Musketeer face cards reprinted, and the fusion of them, as well as their link, which I really hope is not an ultra rare, because it doesn't deserve to be an ultra rare. At least I don't think so. A super rare maybe, but ultra rares should probably be for like the imports and the newer cards. We got Gravekeeper Spine for some reason. I don't think anyone really wanted it. Also, I don't think there was like an errata, so there's really no reason for them to print it. It's also the only Gravekeeper's card, and we haven't got any support, so really, Konami, what the fuck are you smoking? Because this doesn't make any sense. Majestic Dragon and Stardust 𝗬𝗠𝗠𝗠, something like that, are also reprinted here because, of course, we're going to get more Stardust support in August, I think. Unless it got pushed, which, is the trend. I think we're getting the new Stardust set in August, which, again, makes sense. Gravekeeper Spy makes no sense. Rescue Rabbit, again, weird reprint, but I think is a good card. I think people were using this a while back. We got some Zexal weapons, which, cool, wow, Utopia, so cool. Scrap Twin Dragon, never heard of it, but I think we got some scraps. Yeah, Scrap Raptor. So I guess it makes sense. Cloud Castle, level 9 Wind. Okay, so we're going to get a lot of wind support in the near future. with Speedoids in next year, actually, since it got pushed back. And then Stardust is also wins, so I guess that's a pretty good reprint. 𝗦𝗦𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗥 Brightness, a Worm Light level 8. Sure, why not? I don't know why, but sure. And then this card as well, I don't really know why. Utopia was reprinted for some reason. I don't think it was needed, especially since the Utopia deck cards were not put in this. So it's looking likely that we're going to get the Utopia structure deck. If not, we're going to get the structure deck in Brothers of Legend for us. So why reprint Utopia here? It's kind of, it's kind of questionable. 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗥 dinosaur support. Okay, I don't think dinosaurs are doing too much, but maybe it was an expensive card. The rest, yeah, I don't understand the reprints, other than maybe like the Zexal weapons and the Utopia stuff, but I just don't like Utopia, so I don't give a fuck. Infinite Cards does play with Slifer and the new waifu face card chick, but I don't think anyone's actually going to be using it, so kind of a weird reprint here again. Reinforcement of the Army, sure, I think it's been reprinted a lot, though. I'm not sure anyone really needs it, but I mean, it's accessible. So same thing with the Warrior Returning Alive, because I feel like every starter deck and Warrior structure deck reprints these like every time. So it's not hard to get these. I'm pretty sure if you go to TCG Player, you can get them for like 20 cents. So it's kind of a weird reprint, but whatever. Ties of the Brethren makes sense because you're going to be summoning. You're going to need 3 monsters, and this helps you get out 3 monsters. With the same attribute, I guess, type and attribute and level. So yeah, the Musketeer cards fit the bill because they have the same type, attribute, and level. It'll help. Actually, no, they don't, because Jax Knight is a level 5, I think. I'm pretty sure Jax Knight is a level 5. Yeah, that's weird. Okay. Besides that, I guess they needed a pod card because it seems like all these side sets or deck building sets, whatever you want to call them, have a pod card. It's just continuing the trend here. I really hope this isn't a Starlight or sorry, not a Starlight, a Collector's Rare, because I don't want it to be. And, whatever I say is the law, I guess. I don't know, but I just really don't want that to be taking up a slot. Unexpected Die, decent reprint, but I think we got that in Maximum Gold as a gold rare, so, people should be able to get this pretty cheap. World Legacy, Guard Dragon. Sure, I guess it's just a generic level 4 dragon support, because I don't really see World Dragon besides here. It's like a specific clause that says it only used on World Legacy Guard Dragon cards. Anyway, so this is the second biggest thing off this set. Lightning Storm, and people were bitching that someone leaked and said that it could be, because it's a leak, right? It could be wrong, that it's a collector's rare, and then people were freaking out, even though we've had trends already. This set or sets like this have already been released, so we know that a collector's rare is also going to be another rarity in the set. So, for example, what was 𝗦𝗦𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗥 in the last set? An Ancient Guardians was a rare, but it was also a collector's rare. So same thing with Lightning Storm. It'd be pretty interesting if they went with a rarity on this. It's probably going to be an ultra rare, but hopefully it's a super rare. Just, yeah. I threw a lot of rarities out there, but I think you guys got what my point there. Rivalry of the Warlords. Wow. Is interesting. Reprint again, I guess because we have a lot of warriors. Sure. Converging Wishes, Dragon type Synchro Monster, so it's more, specifically Stardust Dragon. Makes sense. We are gearing up towards the Stardust Dragon set, so sure. And then we got the Wicked Gods reprinted here, which, I mean, cool. See, I'm kind of iffy on the thing here, because, like, do I want them to be collector's rare? I don't. I kind of wanted to say a part of me does, but that would be a lie, because no, a part of me doesn't want these to be collector's rares, because they're not really useful, and they're not really, I mean, I don't know, this is just a ball, this is literally just a circle, on a card. And I guess the other two look pretty cool, but I hope not. I really do hope actually Lightning Storm is a collector's rare, because that would be pretty cool to pull. And besides that, the new cards. So Arcana Triumph Joker and Joker's Knight as collector's rare would be pretty dope as well. And then also Utopic Draco Future as the collector's rare would be really cool and expensive. Guilty. There is an L in there, right? Guilty, yeah. 𝗦𝗨𝗣𝗣𝗢𝗥 as a collector's rare would be pretty cool too. But besides that, I mean, I guess I don't care. So sure, whatever. Wicked Gods can be collector's rares as long as the other ones are collector's rares as well. There will be 15 if the trend continues. So there's quite a bit of cards that they can choose from. So hopefully they choose the correct ones, or, you know, some cool ones. But that's gonna be the video. I hope it wasn't too long. You know, mainly me bitching about Utopia and how generic it looks, but whatever, it's my thoughts, you know. Make sure you leave a like for my thoughts and opinions, and I'm getting messages from friends to go out to eat, so I'm gonna try to knock this out, like edit it and upload it and all that stuff. If not, and it doesn't go out today, have a good Sunday. If it does, have a good Saturday. Either way, have a good day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.